These are made from the same all-in-one piece pattern, which you can make from your measurements and with easy origami method. I've already made a simple version of this hat for myself, and because that hat was pretty successful, I proceeded to make more hats for my kids. I have a toddler and a first grader, so I'll explain in those two sizes. But you don't need to do a lot of calculations for this method, so it's easy to adjust to the sizes you need. If you watch my first video for this hat, you'll find out how you can take your measurements and apply those measurements to the pattern making. First, I cut my pattern paper into rectangles. 14 inches by 22 inches for a kid size, and 13 inches by 21 inches for a toddler size. Fold the long sides of the rectangles in half. And fold it in half again. Fold it in half once more. Then fold the upper corner like this. Open the fold and measure down 4 inches. Start drawing a line on the creased line first, then curve the line toward the 4-inch mark. Measure down from the peak of the shape 6.5 inches for kid size and 6 inches for a toddler size. From the fold, draw a perpendicular line 3 inches long for kid size and 2.5 inches for a toddler size. Measure down the same amount and draw a line again parallel to the first line. From the edge of the first line, draw a line down to the bottom of the paper, parallel to the fold. Round the corners if you like, this is a design choice. Bring the bottom of the paper to the first line and crease about 2 to 3 inches on the right side. This is going to be the back of the hat. Freehand the ear flap shape. Cut the paper on the lines you just made. I'm using 4 Sherpa from Joann Fabric. I have a lot of fabric here, but you just need the same length as the height of rectangle plus 1 inch for the seam allowances and 1 more inch just to be safe. So for example, I would buy 16 inches of this fabric for kid size. Add half-inch seam allowance all around, except for the front area. Cut into the base of the front flap with straight lines. And blend the edge with the rest of the seam allowances. Cut 2 pieces from the fabric. Using an erasable fabric marker or a pencil, Mark these points on the wrong side of the fabric. This is how you sew up this hat without animal ears or dinosaur plates. And also you sew the lining in the same way. I placed a pin at the fabric marker dot to make sure I know where to finish sewing. I cut off some fur from seam allowances to reduce bulk. You're looking at the bear ear pattern on half-inch grid here. It includes half-inch seam allowances all around. I cut off fur from the seam allowances on the inside. You just need to do this at the bottom where you attach to the hat. Flip the lining inside out and with right sides of fabric together, sew around the edge, starting in the back of the hat, finishing about 3 inches away from the beginning. Flip the hat right sides out through the opening. And my camera battery died there, but you get the point. To make the pattern for the dinosaur plates, decide and measure the area you want to add the plates. I cut 14 inches long strip for a toddler size. Check the plate pattern on your hat to see if you like the look of it. Make sure to leave at least ½ inch at the bottom. I'm cutting 2 layers at once using 1/4 inch seam allowances. Cut off the peaks and clip into the dips, being careful not to cut the stitch. Attach it to the lining in the same way as the bear hat. I hand stitched the front flaps in place, here and here. I also closed the opening in the back by hand using ladder stitch. At the end of the ear flaps, I attached these safety clasps I had in my stash. I used the same type of safety clasps on this hat too, but placed them differently. This way the clasps are more inconspicuous and ear flaps are closer together. But the other way is probably easier for my daughter to close by herself. I think I got these safety clasps from an Etsy seller a while ago. These are nice to have on hand to make necklaces and pendants for kids. I used these clasps for hats for the first time and so far it's working fine, but I can't vouch for their long-time performance. I dig out some fur from seam allowances and after doing that, these seams are pretty inconspicuous.